wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get.
Guys, I'm kind of ready now. I've at least showered. I have cleaned up my kitchen. I need to get rid of that rubbish. That's probably the only thing today. Isabella's here doing something for school. Snuggles it was sunny, by the way. It's now grey. It was sunny when I actually woke up and I was like, oh, it's such a nice day. Oh, did you?
There's a prayer on here.
Oh, is there? Snuggles, where is Snuggles? He was up here, but I can't see him. Sometimes he's in here with his blanket. That's his blanket on Joseph's bed. So, oh, he's moved it. So he doesn't put so much hair on the bed. So he usually does always sleep up here, but he's not here either. I don't know where he is. Snuggies? He's not under my bed either. Where is he? Oh, hi, honey. Sorry, did Mum wake you? You're sleeping in Mum's bed. I haven't even made it today. To be truthful, Mum doesn't make her bed often, does she? Because someone's always in and out of it, usually, with Daddy when he's at home for work. Oh, I will let you sleep. Truth be told, I actually have two children who are playing basketball last night. One was Joseph and one was Snuggles. I'm not surprised he's sleepy because I could hear him up and around. Joseph has this tiny little basketball, like handheld, and I was yelling at Joseph because I thought he was still awake. Like bouncing the ball around at like midnight last night, and it turns out it was actually Snuggles again, which this happened the other night. I was like, Joseph, what are you doing? Because he has a little mini hoop in his room, and I honestly thought it was him up, but Snuggles loves this basketball that he's got, this little one, and he's just obviously not throwing it into the hoop, but he's like kicking it. Well, what is he doing? Hitting it, kicking it, something around the room, and he just loves the ball. So I'm not surprised he's asleep because he's had a long night of basketball. That's pretty much what he was doing all night. Oh my gosh, today I have woken up quite late. I probably look a bit of a wreck. We did have a late night with basketball last night, and it was Friday, and it's an exhausting day for me, Friday. If you haven't seen it, yesterday's video, definitely have a look at it because I did I'll say an alternative option to shopping if you're stuck at home, you're sick, you can't leave the house, you don't have a car, you've got kids that have nap times, whatever it needs, or you're just busy like I was yesterday and I thought, right, I need to multitask and I want to get this done. I ordered just a couple of things, not a lot, but just a couple of things on Milk Run. I filmed the video to show you guys because a lot of people don't know it exists, and it's just an app that you can download. It's by Woolworths and it's a very cheap delivery. It's $5. Sometimes you'll pay a bit more for things, but have a look at yesterday's video because I got $1 items yesterday, so I saved myself actually quite a lot of money when it came to that. I also got a meal deal, I'll call it, like with a drink and a chicken. Have a look at that. And I didn't buy a whole heap. It was just some stuff to get me through yesterday into today. My main grocery shopping day is tomorrow, so today I'm preparing for that, and I'm doing a $0 grocery haul today. I'm going to show you guys. It's a little bit different to what you're expecting, guys, but I want to show you this because it's something, you know, you should do every week, but for me this week I am planning on spending $0 on groceries. Yesterday was kind of a let's fill in a couple of little things. It wasn't anything crazy. It's not my grocery shop, right? But I wanted to show people how they could do it if they needed to, okay? So definitely watch that video. It's very convenient. It will help you. But for this fortnight, I wanted to do a $0 grocery shop for my main shop. So today I am going to be shopping from my pantry and freezer. I'm going to lay it all out, show you what I've shopped, where my head's at, what I'm thinking of, and all of that. And then hopefully I don't need too much more for my actual, I'm going to go to the shops tomorrow, but I have a $0 again I'm going to try to do. I've got $70 on Flybuys, and I have some money on recycling vouchers that I can use for Woolworths. So that's another video that'll come up tomorrow, so definitely subscribe if you're new so you don't miss that. So this fortnight my main shop is going to be $0. That is my aim, and that's where I'm saving myself probably $300 to $400 maybe. I'm really trying to do this because I spent $2,000 roughly on fixing the car, and I've still got to spend more on one more thing that needs doing with the car. So the car is my livelihood. It's what I use when I do Ubering. I have to get around and obviously, you know, take the kids to school and get around and just the normal day-to-day stuff. I can't actually go get groceries unless I've got a car that works and Johnny's away for work, so it's really important, so I need to do it. So it's just something that maybe you could do it and save some money this week and put that money to something fun. Maybe you want to take the kids on school holidays doing something fun, you know what I mean? That starts this week. So I thought now would be a really good time to do this kind of stuff. So that's what we're doing. So I am going to go through all those areas, lay it out on the bench and just see what we've got and what we can work with. I feel like I've got a lot of stuff in the house right now. I don't have an emergency stockpile as such at the moment, but I have some stuff stored and away in the freezers, obviously high up in the pantry, that I was sort of getting and stocking up just to sort of start doing that at some point. So that's kind of what I'm working with, but you could just save money in general by doing this anyway. What is happening here? Is that why this is happening right now?
Yes.
Okay. I've just hidden your skates because I need you to have a break from them, because her legs were hurting bad yesterday, weren't they? I think she's been skating. I think you've been skating too much from where you told me it was hurting. I think it's just a bit too much. Okay, my pantry, I have well and truly pulled out a lot of things out of here. I still have some things in here. Obviously, I'm not going to pull out everything out of my pantry, but let's see what I found. So pantry-wise is kind of this end, and then I've got some stuff from my freezer in the top of my fridge and my actual fridge. So let's go through. I have found a whole heap of these from Costco, still the little rice things. They don't get eaten quickly, so they're still going to be around, which we can still use those for lunch boxes, as the little fruit snacky things. What I tend to do with the lunch boxes is have half a packet of this mixed with the yogurt sultanas when I buy those, and I split it between the kids, like, so they get half a packet each, and it's just added to the actual fruit that they usually have in their lunchbox as well. So that's why this has lasted so long. This is from Costco, and I've had this for probably a couple of months. Like, this is probably the last of the 80 box that I actually had. So as far as school lunch snacky sort of goes, that's not, you know, your normal yogurts and cheese and all that kind of stuff. We've got this. I've actually got 2 boxes of the 8-pack of shapes here, those individual packs, and 2 boxes of the barbecue. I've got Savoy minis, plus I've actually got another 1 or 2 in the cupboard. I've got popcorn here, I've got popcorn here. I do have rice cakes. Sometimes we like to do rice cakes as well. That's kind of all the snacky things I've got left. I've got a few different like little chip things in here and here, like the cookies and the pretzels. I do have a little bit of popcorn left in that one too. I think I'm going to be able to stretch it, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe I might need to buy 1 box of something just to make up for when this goes, for it to last a fortnight. If it was just a week, this would definitely work, and maybe that's what I'll do, and I'll just, in my top-up shop, I'll get some more chips of some sort. But I'm also out of muesli bars, which is something I always have in the kids' lunch boxes, and I'm out of those, so that might be something I will have to get. I'm completely out of cheese, but I do have fruit. I've got some pears. This was off that purchase yesterday, so I've got some pears, got some bananas left, I've got some apples left, so, and carrots as well. Quite often I'll do carrot sticks and stuff, or cucumber, capsicum, lettuce, that type of thing. I can even put that into lunch boxes. Not Joseph's, because he doesn't sit down and eat his lunch like the primary school does, but Isabella could definitely do that. For me, I'm out of protein bars basically. I've only got those 2 there. I've got the little chickpea packets as well. I do have the protein pancake mix that I actually did in that, what was it called? I think it was called high protein breakfast meal prep maybe, or something like that. Have a look at the video. I did this, and I also did some egg dishes as well, and that's been very helpful for the last week just to get a really good start in the morning. So I do have this that I can still make some in the afternoon. I've still got some frozen berries as well. I have more pancake mix there that Johnny had left here as well before he went to work, because he had bought some for himself. I do have the fruits. I've still got the blueberries here and the raspberries, and actually another mixed berry. There's not much in that one. We use these for smoothies. I can do protein shake if I really want as well. But I can put these into the pancake mix as well. So I have options at least. Some tea bickies here, some little Marie bickies. If I don't have a cup of tea at night, sometimes I'll have a little cup of soup, which I enjoy. This one is full still, isn't it? Yeah, so I've got beef, 4 of beef, and I've got maybe 2 of the beef in that one, and I've got only 1 of the chicken noodle, but that will probably last me the fortnight. I've got some tin spaghetti too, just for a weekend sort of lunch or breakfast or something if Joseph wants that mainly. That's something he would enjoy. But otherwise we'll probably still do sandwiches, or if I've got any sort of sausage rolls and stuff, which we'll get to the frozen stuff soon. But I do have that at least, and I think 1 more can actually in the pantry as well. I do have Milo and Nesquik. I just wanted to point that out because my kids don't have this every day, but we do have it, so sometimes that's a good little option, mostly on weekends for us, honestly, because they just don't have time to have something like this with their breakfast on school mornings. We're in a bit of a rush, I'll be honest. Soups, it's very cold right now, so I like having soups. I've only pulled out 2 of each, but I do have a few more in the cupboard, like in the pantry, so this is great. These have been super for us. The farmhouse vegetable is actually on special this week, and boy am I tempted to buy it, but I'm not going to because I am saving money. But it was either Coles or Woolworths has it for $2.25, so have a look for that, because this one is great, and so is the rich creamy pumpkin. I like this one. I don't like, I think it's butternut. Is that what it's called, that pumpkin? Not a big fan of that, so I never buy that soup. But they have this. These are great. There's 2 serves in this, but I have a whole tin. If it's for me, I'll have a whole tin for lunch, maybe with some bread or something, and that's great for me. If Johnny's here, we might have split it and just have extra bread or something, you know, we'll do that. The kids will have tomato soup. They like that sometimes, so I've got some of that if we can do that. I do have chicken that's from yesterday, which I pulled apart a chicken, had a little bit of a snacky, so that's great protein for me too, and the kids obviously. It's hard to get Isabella to eat chicken though, unless it's like a chicken finger or a chicken nugget or something. Chicken tenders she'll have, but like the crumbed ones. But this for me is great, and I actually have some in the freezer still as well. I've got these little bags that I made up a week or so ago. They're just portioned out because Johnny's not here. I wasn't going through the chicken quite as quickly as I'd hoped before I had to get rid of it, so I started freezing it like this. So I will just pull this out, and I'll probably make little bags up out of the one I've got over there as well. But I can just pull little bags out like this the night before, so it's ready for me for the next day for lunch. So that's perfect. I do have that, so there's plenty of protein in that. I've also got, which you'll see over there, bacon. There's quite a few packs of bacon there that I've made up out of a 1 kilo, so that's great. For breakfast, I usually just have eggs, honestly. I don't like having bacon with it nowadays, unless it's that Desagny or whatever, that brand from Costco. Or I'll have like a bacon sandwich. That's another thing that I'll have just randomly sometimes. So there's just another one of those. I also, just thinking about the freezer, well actually I'll go back to this first. So I do have this lot of potatoes, so as well as having these potatoes to do mashed potato sort of stuff, I have frozen chips, which you'll see in the freezer in a minute, so that's good for potato. I also have rice, a ton of rice, which is good, don't have to buy anything like that. Crushed tomatoes and the apricot nectar for things like this. Lots of these wonderful mixes that I love to have that are cheap to buy, and you only have to add a few things to them. This is the Maggi brand, love them. I did try the McCormick, which I think I showed in a couple of videos. I had the red wine is it red wine? Yeah, red wine beef casserole, like slow cooker one, and I did the farmhouse chicken. Farmhouse chicken, I actually really liked it. I enjoyed that one. The other one was spicy for some reason. I don't know why. Normally when I buy like a red wine beef casserole thing, or I've made it myself in the past, or you're out for dinner and stuff, it's not spicy. It was spicy, so I didn't like it. It wasn't good for us personally, for our family, especially Johnny. He really gets affected by spicy stuff, so we couldn't really have it. I don't know why it was spicy, honestly, because that's never happened before. As an alternative, the beef goulash is really great to make. I've got deviled sausage packets here. I've got apricot chicken, so the apricot nectar will go with that. And I have actually a bag in the freezer, which I'll show you is already made up, that I can just throw in that for veggies. I've got all the cottage pie mix as well. I've got 2 of those, and the chow mein. So I have plenty of these to sort of work with. I'm not sure if I've got sausages. That's my only problem with that. And I think I might have something that will work with this. So meals are good. I have a full tomato sauce, which is great. I do have some pineapple here, some frozen pineapple here. And I've got all these bases that I use for pizza. These smaller ones you can do mini pizzas on, but otherwise I actually just defrost these and have the chicken and salad in it and love it for lunch. It's one of my favorite things to have, instead of having like bread, just as an alternative to an actual sandwich. But I make a lot of pizzas on these, what are they called? Pita breads. So love them. They're crunchy. The kids love the pizzas on these. So we could do some pizza. I definitely would need some sort of sauce though. So that's my only thing. And I've got lots of cheese still from Costco. This is my second bag. I've got one still open in the freezer, but this is my other bag I made up. So I could use this and do pizza, and we have a garlic bread. So that's awesome. Coleslaw, I actually have this, it's frozen. When I bought this, I put it straight in the freezer. This is great for the chow mein mix, that's what I use. Eggs, we do have quite a lot. You know, I go through a lot of eggs. Oh, not bad. This will last me at least the next week, and then maybe in the top-up shop I might need to buy a few more perhaps. But for this week's shop, definitely fine. And I do have a taco kit, which is awesome as well. This is something else I would be so tempted to buy this week, because they are half price, I think at Woolworths for $4.75, which, gosh, half price used to be like $3. So they've definitely gone up in price. If they're about $9 or $10 a pack, that's crazy in my opinion, but it is what it is. It's one of the favorite things that we have. So I found this in the pantry, very happy. I will refrain from buying more this week. I still have a good amount of margarine in there from Aldi, so I won't need to buy that. I do have pepperoni left, which can go on the pizzas as well. And what else? I don't know if I could do anything else with this, but Joseph, that's mainly for Joseph because he loves that. And then I do have some open veggies here, which I thought I'll just show you. I've got some, babe, that's my usual, oh, put you that way, mix there. Love these. They go in a lot of those recipes over there. I can put in for cooking, obviously, for those, just to add veggies into it, some extra peas and corn. The kids will eat some other things, obviously, like tacos and stuff like that. But as far as chicken nugget type things go, I have probably half a bag of this left. And I don't know if there's any more in the freezer. So let's head to the freezer and see what else I can put through with this to make up main meals. Also, actually, in here, this is my freezer still. I've still got stuff in here that I haven't pulled out, but a lot of it's just bits and pieces that are empty. Like that feels like it's got maybe 2 party pies in it. These sausage rolls, I got some in there. Yeah, I've still got some in there. Oh, a little bit of fish there and a little bit of fish there. Like, honestly, guys, I have way more than I thought because I really need to clean out my freezer. There's a couple of dim sims which I would have for steamed dim sims. There is about half a bag of chips left. So if I don't have actual potatoes to do, if I'm not doing mash or something, I'll usually just use these now instead of making my own roast potatoes. As much as I love that, it's easier for me to just do this at the moment, so that's what I do. Every now and then, if it's like you know, if I've got time and I'm at home and I'm cooking like a really nice dinner, like a roast, for example, something like that, or I've got roast chicken or something, I'm doing a roast type thing, I will make my own roast potatoes then. But if it's just in a normal through the week, let's have dinner and get on with school and everything else that we have to do, I will just do the chips now. I don't fry them, I put them in the air fryer. So I'm not adding extra oils or anything like that. So it's really just like me making roast potatoes, honestly, and that's what we like. We like that more than mashed potato. Baked potato Johnny and I like, but the kids don't eat. So it's kind of just a happy sort of medium for all of us. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those things that I can do for all of us, and just to have a little bit of starch in the meal. Otherwise we have other veggies and salads and stuff like that. I have this sauce here, this teriyaki stir fry sauce, which in my head I was just going to add to the roast chicken I've already got that I've bought from the supermarket. I'll just add a bit to it for a bit of flavor, maybe throw some veggies or something. I can do that, but that's what I was thinking of doing that with that. So I can do that. I could do it for a meal too, really. And then also I have this cereal, which I don't think I pointed out before, but I've got a full box here, and then these ones are all open, but it should last for the fortnight easily. All right, let's head to the freezer. Now, my freezers are out the back here. Obviously, you saw the top freezer there. That freezer's usually just got bits and pieces in it, so it's quick access for me. So it could be stuff that's just like for Party Food Friday, or open bags of veggies, that kind of thing. But otherwise, I have top freezer in this fridge. I've got an upright freezer here, which I need to restock. If you haven't seen that video, my freezer disaster, I think there's a grocery haul on that as well. I think it says grocery haul after freezer disaster. Have a look at that and see what happened to the freezer. It was insane. So I had to empty it out and everything. So I'm in the middle of trying to refill that. And I've got my chest freezer there. So I am well appointed for this type of thing. And it's been years in the making of me doing this. It started during when I was pregnant with Isabella, thinking about what I was going to do after I had her, because I knew that I was going to end up having to have a C-section because she was breech. So, and I'd already gone through that with Joseph. So I wanted to be well stocked, and I wanted to pre-make meals and just make life a lot easier. And then we went through COVID, and I got the upright freezer. And that just helped have a lot of dinner meals made, because I was trying to do homeschooling with Joseph. Isabella was sort of kindergarten age, so she was running around, and Johnny was away for work. So it was very busy for me, like a time, and I just really needed to have things prepared and just set up very well. Plus there was a shortage of things, so I really wanted to make sure I had stuff in case I couldn't get things, which happened plenty of times here, like even just as simple as pasta, you know, we couldn't do that. So it was a real lifesaver, and obviously I have these now thinking along those lines always, because you just don't know what's going to happen in the world, guys. Obviously, you know how things are right now. So cost of living's up as well, so it's good to have this stuff if you can get stuff on special. So I do have these things, but it's been years in the making for me to actually have them. On here, oh, we have hit the gold mine. We have lots of dim sims. I must have got these on special or something for me to have this many. So these steamed dim sims is usually what I do. The kids don't really eat them. It's just Johnny and I. So still have Party Food Friday stuff if I really wanted it. We've got sausage rolls, party pies. Oh, and this fish, which this is for me. I love this. See this steamed citrus and parsley fish. There is a curry one as well, but I don't like curry. So this would have been good, you know, just for me rather than having the other one. But this was just, I thought maybe something different other than the battered fish. Love it. Comes in these little, separate bags. They're like a brown bag that you can actually put in the oven. And you just have it on the side that has the holes up top, and it cooks and steams through. Then you open up the bag. You got to be careful because of the steam. And all the sauce and everything, oh my god, comes out on the plate. It's delicious. Like great to mix in with some like with the rice or potato even, you know, it's just was delicious. Johnny had it too and he liked it. So I got that because it was on special at the time. Otherwise it's about $9 a box. It's pretty expensive. But veggies, I have lots of veggies here that are just very much going to get me through. I still have some Costco muffins as well, which is good for quick little school lunchbox stuff. 2 lots of broccoli. Oh, some corn on the cob here. Oh, a bit more bacon as well. What's this? Oh, salami. Fantastic. Joseph loves this in the sandwich. So that's great for his school lunches as well. I'm out of cheese. I did notice I'm out of cheese, so cheese is something I'm going to have to buy. We go through a lot of cheese in this house, guys. Isabella won't eat this because she doesn't really eat meat, so she'll have cheese. I do have jam in the fridge, which she loves, and we've got peanut butter, although she can't have peanut butter in the primary school. This freezer, oh, I have 1 loaf of bread. So bread's something I am going to have to buy in tomorrow's. I have, well, that's fairly full. Ice cream, so that's good. I do have, spaghetti bolognese, perfect, and a smaller one just for, I don't know, maybe I could do that for lunch or something for myself. This is big enough for the whole family, so I'll probably do that on a day when Johnny's having dinner with us and not at work. This lasagna, oh yes, so I've got 3 pieces left in this. That's for Johnny, Joseph and I, and we already had the other 3 pieces on another night, but Isabella, she doesn't really like it. She likes spaghetti bolognese, so maybe I could use this little bag on that night for her to have with her pasta. That's a good thing. That's our go-to, is spaghetti bolognese. And I do have, this is the red wine and beef casserole. I have a few little, I did single portions, okay, so they were easy. If Johnny's here, I'll pull out 2, but it is spicy, so I didn't want to waste it, so I still have it, but I'll probably eat that, not Johnny, so it'll be on those nights. All right, freezer. This is actually what I'm doing my freezer sandwiches in. I might do a new video on freezer sandwiches and how I'm doing them. I just found, especially with the new sun-blessed bread that I was using, to really hold in that freshness after I've wrapping them up, to put them in this container that's kind of closed was actually better. So that's why I've got that, but it's empty. These are from yesterday's shopping, like my grocery haul yesterday with the milk run. Have a look at that. This is one of the items that I got for $1, and this is for tonight's simple Saturday meals. I did open it to show yesterday, but there we go. It's a little chicken tenders and chips. I got it for $1, which I saved about $7, so that was amazing. So that's actually for tonight, so that's not going to be helpful. But I have lots of chicken that I can use. I still have some chicken schnitzels, which is perfect. They're hash browns in there. Chicken tenders. Oh, I didn't know I had those. I do have some beef burgers there. That could be good on a night. I have a massive roast, which I'll probably save for like a weekend or something, obviously. When Johnny's got the weekend off, maybe I'll save it for that. So I don't know if I'll use that in the next fortnight. And I do have lots of these steaks. So I'm thinking with these steaks, these were from Costco, I just haven't used them yet, but I'm thinking maybe I could use these, cook them, cut them up, and put them into that beef goulash and do it as a slow cooker. I think it would go well in that. So there's my beef for that dish. I'll definitely be able to make something up there. And then we have, some more there. Mince. I've got 2 lots of mince. Are they 1 kilo? Oh, they are. So that's fantastic. I can do chow mein. I can do tacos. That's great. There is another set of boxes underneath this, but I know there's nothing in them. So this is all I've got for me, but honestly, I think that's enough. I really do have enough stuff in the house. I honestly only need a few things, which will go in tomorrow's grocery shop. But I can meal plan a lot of all of that. So I'm very happy with that, to be honest. Pulling it all out like this, I've just got to put this stuff away now, the pantry stuff. It really made me see a few things that I actually didn't even realize we had, because I need to tidy up my areas again. I usually do it every time I go to do my grocery list and my meal plan. I usually tidy up all those areas. There were a lot of things in that freezer there that were kind of hiding it underneath because I haven't cleaned the freezers up. So I would have seen the pantry stuff, but I probably wouldn't have seen a lot of what was in there. So yeah, otherwise I do sort of tidy areas up before. It's part of my meal planning process, which helps immensely, just to make sure I don't miss things, because if you miss things, that's where you're going to spend money, because you're going to buy stuff that you already have, or you won't buy stuff and you've already got it, you think you've got it, but the box might be empty, it might be expired, there might not be a lot in there, thinking that it's full or whatever, and it's not. So it's just really good to do that before you actually obviously do your meal planning or your grocery list entirely. But I am very happy with what I've got there. This meal planning sheet is, if you've been watching me for a long time, it's part of a whole kit and process that I do to do my meal planning and the whole thing. I am going to be updating a lot of things, guys, especially with my new kitchen boot camp that I've got launching on the This Month Home website soon. So keep an eye out for it. The sheets is something I'm actually going to update too, just make them a little bit more modern and things, because I designed these, wow, so many years ago, like I can't even remember. But if you do want these and you're a VIP, a YouTube VIP member, you can get these for free. There's a whole heap of printables and stuff that you can get for free on the This Moment Home website. Just go on the community tab on the YouTube here and get the code, and you can put that in and you can download these for free. Otherwise, they're there for purchase. They're not very much, but they are there at a cost for anyone else. So I'm actually going to still be using this today and just plan out my next fortnight in over 2 weeks. So my plan is to shop the last little bits that I need with as a free grocery shop, obviously, like I explained, tomorrow. So I need to work out the other things that I need to get just to make up the rest of the meals, and I'll plan out here accordingly. So I'll get set on that, but obviously you can see the kind of meals that we'll probably be having just from me going through that grocery haul and telling you, you know, my ideas at the time or what we can do. Okay, so I need to go to work now, but my grocery haul is done, which I'm so happy. I didn't even have to leave the house today. The total for my grocery haul this week for my fortnight, my main shop, was $0. Of course, tomorrow you will see the next part to my grocery shopping. It will also be $0, but I will be heading to Coles and Woolworths at least. Yeah, well, they're the only places. I'm not going to be going to Aldi because I don't have any free offers for Aldi. So I'm sticking with Coles and Woolworths. So come back tomorrow and see how I go with that and how much I spend. I am spending $0, but you'll see the value of everything, definitely, I'll tell you that. But yeah, as of today, that was great. Like, honestly, if I wasn't forced to do this week, I probably wouldn't have, and I still would have spent money, which is fine. I don't want to run everything down. I could easily probably live off everything I've got here for the next 3 weeks, nearly 4 weeks, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to run everything completely down. I like to have some backup, obviously, in case things happen, like what happened this week where I had to spend $2,000 on a car. It's good to have that emergency stockpile, so I'm very happy that I've done that. But just on a normal week, definitely before you go grocery shopping, before you look at the catalogs, before you do your meal planning, go through your house, your fridge, freezers and pantries, and see what you already have. It is the best way to save money, and you might surprise yourself on what you actually already have in your house that you can work around. You might just need to buy a couple of things to make up the ingredients for meals, and that's about it. So do yourself a favor and see what you can save there. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow's video, guys. We'll see how we go after I do my actual meal plan tonight. So stay tuned for that, definitely. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I need to go to work. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you probably tomorrow. Bye.